Welcome to Cord Cutting today for April 18th, 2019. This is the show where I give you a quick look at some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now. If you want to learn more about these stories, in the show notes down below, I'll put a link to each story. Read them for yourself. Come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we're doing here. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost cable TV and still watch what you want to enjoy. Well, there's a lot of news in the past 24 hours, so let's dive into it. Back in CES, Nuvio, the company behind the Tablo DVRs, announced a new feature was coming, the ability to automatically skip commercials inside recordings. Now that feature is rolling out to Roku's, Android TVs, Fire TVs, and Apple TV devices with an update that was announced yesterday. This ability means that once you've DVR'd a show, now this is not live, I get this question a lot, this will only be automatic commercial skipping on finished DVR recordings. It will upload a little sample of that DVR recording to Tablo. Tablo's system will identify what show it was, roughly where the commercial breaks were, and send back a file that will automatically skip it. So it may take a little bit after you DVR. It's not like you finish the DVR and within 1 minute it's automatically skipping commercials. I'm sure as their system continues to improve, the fastness of how quickly the commercial skipping will become available will improve also. But this is a really cool feature that makes the Tablo DVRs one more great option for cord cutters. If you want to skip it, now it does say there are a few channels that they don't support right now. There are a few programs like evening news programs at this moment they're not supporting for automatic commercial skipping, but it was just a handful of shows and channels. The vast majority of channels, the vast majority of shows they say will be supported, and as you expect, with this being an early beta program, they will continue to improve it as time goes on. Do you own a Tablo DVR? You know I've reviewed them. I got a couple here. Also the Fire TV Recast, TiVo, Channel Master, and so many other options for DVRs. So let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Why do you like Tablo DVRs? Would you recommend for other people? And have you tested out the new commercial skipping feature that rolled out yesterday? You will need to update your app. You can do that in settings. To update it, it will force update in a rollout stage that started yesterday also. So leave us a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. YouTube TV has added some more channels. So last week, YouTube raised their price, added some Discovery content, and a lot of people said, hey, you know what, the amount of content you added from Discovery did not justify the $10 price hike. Well, YouTube has continued to add more features today with the addition of CNBC World and Cozy TV. Cozy TV is kind of one of those sub-channels you find that's a lot of content, including stuff like Alfred Hitchcock Hour, Adam 12, The A-Team, Dick Van Dyke Show, and more. Miami Vice is included, Will and Grace, The Nanny, Quantum Leap. So that's the kind of content you will find there on the Cozy TV. If I remember right, it's an NBC Universal owned channel, so you got access to a lot of the NBC Universal classic shows, which you can see from like Quantum Leap and more being included with that. So now you should find that nationwide if you're a YouTube TV subscriber. It's not limited to any particular markets like a lot of the other locals out there. My question to you is, how are you feeling about YouTube TV? One of the things that they're doing is they are trying to add additional content to justify the price hike. Are you feeling that this is worth it? This is always one of those basics back and forth. I hear this all the time. Luke, I want to have this channel added. I want that channel. I want this, that, and the other thing. The problem is when you start doing that, it results in a higher price. More content means higher fees they have to pay, which means higher bills to you. So I'd love to know. Would you just be happy if they stopped adding and say, hey, this price is where we're going to stay because no more content? Or you want to pay a little bit more to get more content like the Discovery channels? And with them out to raise the price, I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube TV is not done adding more channels. So fingers crossed, we'll learn more soon. Next up is a story from Philo. One of the big talking points in the world of streaming recently has been this idea that a vast majority of people are moving to watching content on tablets and phones. And a new report from Philo today says that may not be true for them. According to Philo, 90% of their viewing happens on connected TVs, aka smart TVs, Roku's plugged into TVs, streaming through your large living room TV. There's a certain inch, I think maybe like 24 inches and taller, that fall underneath that. Don't quote me on that. I think increasingly what we've seen from several studies now is that streaming on mobile platforms is growing, but it's mostly in short form. Short form YouTube videos, short form clips, maybe the occasional sporting event when you're on a train or traveling, but people still prefer to watch a majority of their content on the TV. I know my daughter has her tablet, but she even still prefers watching YouTube on the TV in the living room. So my question to you is, do you fall into this category? Are you watching a majority of your content on your TV? Do you know people who are watching long form movies and TV shows on their phones and tablets as their preferred method of viewing content? Or is it a preferred method to watch it on a TV? I'd love to know. I think somewhat the rise in mobile video is being conflated with that's where everybody wants to go. And in my experience from talking to people, it's mostly been about two things. A, I'm on the run. This is the only option I have. I may be in an airport, I may be in a bus or a taxi, and I'm just catching a little bit of the game. Or I'm watching a short form YouTube video. I know I do this a lot. Hey, it's a 3-minute video I just got shared. I'm going to watch that. But when I'm watching movies or TV shows, I still prefer the lean back. I prefer having it here so I can say use my phone, use my tablet to watch or other content, to surf the web, check Facebook, Twitter, emails, and more. So I'm very interested in hearing from you about what your experience is in that. And let me know if you line up with what Philo is reporting, that 90% of their viewing happens on the TV. All right, next up. Earlier this week, we broke the news that AT&T was dropping the NFL Network from Uverse TV and DIRECTV Now. And now we've learned, thanks to Sports Business Journal, Sports Business Daily, my apologies, Sports Business Daily has reported that their sources have told them that AT&T did not inform the NFL that they intended to drop the NFL Network. Apparently, the NFL, and we've known this for a little while, and AT&T are in negotiations about NFL Sunday Ticket and the future of it. The NFL has an out right now in their contract this spring that would allow them to pull back rights for the NFL Sunday Ticket, sell it as a streaming service, sell it as a just a commodity that multiple company or cable companies could offer. Maybe you get Sunday Ticket from Comcast and Hulu and Sling, and maybe a standalone. The HBO Now kind of model. There's HBO Now, but you can also get HBO from Comcast, Hulu, PlayStation Vue, DIRECTV Now, etc. It sounds like maybe the NFL has been interested in that because they've been talking about offering NFL Network separate, or NFL, Sunday Ticket, which is the service that allows you to watch out-of-market games anywhere in the U.S. There's been talk about making that available as a streaming service. According to Sports Business Daily, some of their contacts have suggested that AT&T may be playing hardball here, that they're threatening basically that they want a deal that the NFL Network and NFL Sunday Ticket will be bundled on DIRECTV, Uverse, DIRECTV Now, etc., or maybe that they won't take NFL Sunday Ticket or the NFL Network at all on their platforms. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens. AT&T is playing hardball. It seems like NFL wants to become more cord-cutting friendly, but they have to overcome AT&T at this point. DIRECTV Now is still very large, even though it's losing a ton of subscribers at the moment. It's still a large entity. Now, the NFL may be saying, you know what, if we drop them and we offer the HBO Now model, that worked out pretty well for Dish so far, it seems like. Dish has continued to go without HBO by pointing to HBO Now. And if the NFL can go out there and say, hey, you know what, we know that the NFL Network is not available through DIRECTV Now, but you can now get NFL Sunday Ticket over here and be all set that way. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Both sides seem to maybe be playing hardball. And my question is, what would you like to have happen here? Would you like the NFL to pull back their content? I have some quotes from the NFL in the post down below about this, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. So let me know. But that's a quick look at what's happening with that. Last story of the day, something we've all been wanting. One of the main reasons I haven't recommended the Fire TV as one of the best devices out there. YouTube TV, YouTube Kids, and YouTube regular app are all coming back to the Fire TV. Over a year ago now, Google and Amazon had a fight, Amazon or Google pulled all their apps back from Amazon's devices. Hopefully this also means the Echo Show and more will get YouTube back. I would love that. Love my Echo Show in the kitchen. And now they've announced that not only is YouTube coming, but YouTube Kids is coming to the Fire TV, and YouTube TV is coming to the Fire TV. I'm very excited about YouTube Kids. I have an Android device connected to my TV in the kids' room because I want them to have the ability to have YouTube Kids and not regular YouTube to watch their content. So this would mean I'll probably put a Fire TV in there now for them because they're much more comfortable with that. So I'm very excited about this addition. They have not said when though. They said by the end of 2019, YouTube Kids and YouTube TV and YouTube will all be coming back to the Fire TV. That may come out in stages. You may get YouTube first, then YouTube TV, then YouTube Kids at a later date. They may all come at the same day. They may all come out in December 31st, 2019. We don't know right now, but the good news is they have come to a deal. There is a contract there. There is a partnership that says that YouTube is coming back to the Fire TV, along with YouTube TV and YouTube Kids finally coming to the Fire TV. So my question to you is, was that an important decision to you? Did you buy another device because it didn't have an official YouTube app? I know you could use the browser. It wasn't necessarily a perfect interface, especially for the YouTube TV, YouTube Kids situation. YouTube kind of worked pretty well on it, but the YouTube TV and YouTube Kids especially was not a perfect situation. Leave me a comment. Let me know how important that was. Would this make you more likely to buy a Fire TV? Let me know. I'll love to hear from you. Well, everybody, that is it for today. I'll be back here tomorrow with another cord cutting daily. So check back for more cord cutting news, tips, tricks, and how-to guides. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you are subscribed, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.